Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Be careful of women trying to get you to leave a good man. And, I've kind of touched on this before, but then this past weekend, I was checking one of my social media, particularly my Facebook. And I only check that like once, sometimes twice a day, but usually just once. And I'm scrolling through and I saw someone I'm acquainted with. And actually acquainted with this young man for a long time. And I'm not going to give any more about it, but let's just say I know a lot about him. And, she had tagged, and this was her husband. This woman had tagged her husband. I'm not a Facebook friend with her, but she tagged her husband. So he showed up too. I got to see it. And here's the thing. She was talking about how her so-called friends were trying to break her up from this guy. Now understand, let me tell you about this guy. This dude is a professional. I ain't gonna say what he do. Let's just say it's a professional degree, professional job, and a very legitimately good guy. Very responsible. Very responsible. He's responsible type of guy who is taking care of young family members. So he's responsible. He ain't no dusty dude. And in fact, I think he's in a major fraternity. So, this guy got a lot going on. This ain't just some ordinary guy, but she was saying how all these women were trying to break them up. Like she found out about meetings trying to break them up. Understand something. I could see if dude was just some bum dude. He's far from it. Very responsible. I can't tell how a woman would see his looks, but he's in pretty good shape. I can tell, he ain't exactly super muscular, but, he's in decent shape. And like I said, he's very responsible, a professional job. And that could range, like I said, if I give away that, it could point him out. Because I know how some people are. They'll be trying to go through my friends list and stuff. But here's the thing. She was saying her friends were coming at her. And I'm going to tell you what, ladies. Y'all can say what y'all want, but y'all know how many of y'all have had your friends mess you up? Like you have a good guy. He's a good guy. You find him attractive, but they be like, girl, you can do better. Then when you do exactly that, you think you got that better guy, but then you find out that's just an illusion. Then that other guy that was very good for you, you don't want to get back with him. He don't want to get back with you. You want to get back with him, but he don't want to get back with you. He's moved on because another woman who was sensible and knew to take her friends words of advice with a big grain of salt, a whole pot of salt, or just had some good friends, or just had just enough common sense just to stay with that good man. That woman done grabbed him. She's like, damn, shoot, that woman done grabbed him. Because contrary to popular belief, women will grab good guys. And y'all know it. But how many of y'all got messed up? Because it could be jealousy. Those so-called friends of yours are jealous of you. Or those so-called friends, one of them checking out the guy for herself. I always tell that story. That's one of my favorite ones. I did it in a blog at first. That guy coupled together with the woman's girlfriend. Oh, you can do better. And then as soon as they broke up, the other woman swooped in. But you got to be careful of that. Because here's the thing. First of all, ladies, you got to ask yourself, how close a friend is it? Now, if it's a ride or a die friend who sacrificed for you, and has like always been there for you and has a record of giving you some good advice, okay, you listen to her. But a lot of times the women be doing some stuff, or women at best you're acquainted with. You can't call her a friend. They weren't there for you when you really had some trouble. They're an acquaintance at best. But why are you listening? Or some women, and I've seen some cases where some women listen to women they barely knew. They listen to women they barely knew. I know one case, this woman, she had a very good man. She listened to some women who didn't even know the man. Didn't even know him. Now, of course, there's always some issues or something, but they could have been reasonably worked out. She listened to some women who didn't know the man, who didn't have a man themselves, and I'm going to get into that in a second. Break her up from a good man. And she knows, she ever sees this, she knows she fucked up. She know it, because she tells me. But I'm trying to help y'all not doing it. But, seriously, this is the thing. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful of that. You gotta be careful, because I was about to get into, like, you get some women because they don't have a man. They don't want anybody else around them to have a man. They're miserable. I've seen that a lot too. You get some women, they miserable. They saying everything negative. They don't want any woman in their circle to have a guy. In fact, I'll tell some of the younger women this. Take with a grain of salt some older woman who ain't your relative telling you about a man. In fact, they could be your relative. Take it with a grain of salt. Ask yourself one simple question. Are they in a happy relationship? Now, if they are totally happy, in fact, those are the best people to listen to, honestly. They the best people. They the best people in a happy relationship, or at least comfortable with their relationship standing. They not saying anything negative. Like, as soon as a woman says something negative to you about men, all of a sudden, all your radar should just pop up. And if they saying it on a consistent basis, honestly, you need to move away from that woman, because even if you find a guy, she gonna be in your ear constantly. Do you want that? Seriously, because you get some, like I say, you get some women, they want to mess you up. Shoot, At least some men, well, most men, if they cool with some guy and they ain't getting women, but one of their friends get one, they can at least say, okay. But I seen how y'all are. Because here's the thing. And I know there's some comic creators out there, male and female, talking about, there's so many good men out here. Well, you got to think about, are they good for you? Now, there's plenty of good men, but every man ain't going to be good. So when you get that good man, and when I say good man, that man who actually give a shit about you, that man who actually doing something with his own life, that man who could, actually care about you on multiple levels, got good intentions, that can be hard to find. Don't let it go. Don't let that guy go off of like what could be jealousy or something. Like question everyone. Even if they tell you some stuff is accurate, don't ignore it, but ask yourself where it's coming from, and definitely pay attention. So I want y'all to think about that. Be careful of that woman trying to break you up. Because I read that, because when I saw that thing that, and this young lady is the wife of this young man that I know, she had a lot to say about that. And I'm like, that's a genuine good guy. Seriously, this is a genuine good guy, though. Like genuine. He ain't one of those fake me out guys talking about they good and really ain't. He's like legitimately a good guy. So it's just like, women should have been lined up for him. And actually, that just wasn't his character to be play anyway. Wasn't his character. So you get a guy who ain't even trying to be a good guy. He ain't trying to deal with a bunch of women. Boom. So anyway, I want y'all to think about that, all right, ladies? And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.